Hi guys. Okay. So who is awake? Hi. Good evening from here. Good morning. Good afternoon, depending on where you are watching me from. Where are my people? So who is awake? Where are those serious students probably studying? Those probably reading? So please, let's wait for others to join so that we will start together. It's 12:02 a.m. from here. It's 12:02 a.m. from here, and today is day 2, no, day 3, the third day of our live session of peeling granules. Isn't that weird? Alright. So we're still waiting for others to join. We're still waiting for others to join. So we had an amazing session yesterday, and today we're trusting God to have a more better session. Okay. Alright. We had an amazing session yesterday where we received a powerful word from our daddy Apostle Joshua Selman of Koinonia Ministry. And And today, hopefully, by the grace of God, we are going to be having a powerful, or let me say, receive a powerful word through the mercies of God about a subject of concern, which is subject of discipline. Okay, the subject of discipline. You see, we've been hearing about discipline for a while, but I don't know if anyone have gone deeply into this particular word, discipline. Yeah, I don't know if we've truly gone deeper into understanding this particular word, discipline. Anyone that is joining, thank you so much. Thank you so much. For those of us that are just joining, thank you for coming. Please do well to tell us where you're watching me from, so that we'll know. Do well to tell us where you are watching me from. Okay. So discipline. Discipline. Like I said in the description, I see discipline as a bridge between where you are and where God is taking you to. Yes. And in as much as there are other things you need to consider in order to grow in life, I see discipline as one of that major spice needed for you to scale through in this journey of life. Discipline. Many people are actually praying for success, but it's just few people that are building discipline. Yes, there are so many people that I've seen, and so many people that I have probably not seen, that are eagerly praying for success. Lord, I want to succeed. I want to make it in life, please. But then it's just few people that are building this discipline of a thing. We so much like miracles. We so much love miracles. We love miracles, but we avoid habits. And I'm talking about habits of discipline. Okay, we avoid habits of discipline. So don't forget, this is what brought us here. So we are gradually diverting, but we are not actually diverting, because it's work and word. So we have the work that we are about to do, and which is peeling this groundnut. But then there is the word aspect. And today, like I've said before, and it's there in the description, we are talking about discipline. I'm afraid to say that, but I just have to say it. I just have to say that many dreams are dying. And it's not because God is not answering them or God don't want to answer them. But it's simply because we lack discipline. We lack discipline. Okay, let's do it this way. Some people might be confused what discipline is. Please, I just want someone to drop should I say a definition of discipline, or kindly explain what you understand by discipline. Discipline. What is your own definition of discipline? While I will be fetching the groundnut, I want you to give your own definition of discipline. Okay? I want to see your own definition of discipline. So I'm waiting. Oh God. For those of you just joining, thank you for joining. Thank you. Unclesusuu, really appreciate you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. And please stay tuned because we'll be having a lot to discuss. This is about our present and it's about our future too. Okay? This is about our present as well about our future. Those of us just coming, thank you for coming. Please do well to tell us where you're watching me from. So I've just soaked the granules for easy peel. Okay. So we are ready to start peeling our granules. Discipline. No one is saying anything. Is that how you want us to do our life today? Chemistry literature, hi, thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Those of us watching, even if you're not saying anything, just say hi. If you're not contributing, just say hi, and then so that you know that you are with us, because I can literally see most of you viewing but none of you speaking. Say hi to encourage unclesusuu. So this is 12:16 a.m. So we still have a long way to go, hopefully, right? We still have a long way to go. So still talking about discipline. Since no one is ready to talk, I will talk. So discipline is, in a simple term, it's just you doing what is necessary even when you don't feel like doing it. Yeah? Yes. Discipline is you doing something or doing what is necessary, not just something. Doing what is necessary even when you don't feel like doing it. It's not like motivation, that it must motivate you to, no, it's not vibes. It's not when I am in the mood I will do or not. No, it's you doing something that is necessary even when you do not feel like doing. That is discipline. It's not you waiting to be motivated, not you waiting to be gingered. It's not you waiting to be applauded or whatever you call it. It's you doing what is necessary even when you do not feel like doing it. And there's about 5 things I want to give you about discipline. And discipline, yes, these are points that you need to take down about discipline. I know you might know this subject very well, but I'm just here to remind you about it. Possibly you've read books about discipline. Possibly you've had teaching, deeper teaching about discipline. Yes. I will be so glad and happy if you've gone through that. But Tonight is just a reminder. I just want to remind you about how powerful discipline is to your journey, to my journey, to our journey. Discipline is very, very needed. Like I said before, it's one of the bridge between where you are and where God is taking you to. So many people mistake discipline working hand in hand with motivation. But I want to tell you something, that discipline is stronger than motivation. Are you surprised? I'm not kidding, but discipline is stronger than motivation. One thing about motivation is that motivation comes and goes, right? Thank you for joining. I can see a good number of you. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate. So we're talking about discipline, and I'm giving about 5 points to take notes or take home about discipline. 5 powerful points. And the first point is that discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Yes. Motivation, you see, it comes and it goes. But discipline, it's not like that. Some days as a student you feel like studying. Some day you feel like not studying. All this happens. But there is excuse me. There is a place and a role that discipline takes that change the game. If you don't build discipline and you're waiting for motivation, you won't be consistent, and that is one thing that is killing us. Anyone, being you a businessman, being you a student, being you a content creator, you gain consistency through discipline. If you are not disciplined, you will be left behind. And to be honest, like this particular live stream that I'm doing, like the first day that I wanted starting, I felt like I cannot do it. Like staying awake for 3 hours and doing what? Okay, so I passed the first day. The second day came. I felt, in fact, I was sleeping. Yeah, I decided to sleep. And in my mind, I was like, I cannot do this again. But a thought came again that I cannot stop what I have started, since it's not to me alone. We have people that are probably waiting for me to go live. Possibly, or they say in every nonsense there is a sense somewhere. So among the supposed nonsense that I will be pouring up or speaking, there should be an atom of sense in it, right? And I'm here. If I was waiting for motivation, unclesusuu, you can do it. Go ahead and do. I'm not seeing any motivation anywhere. The motivation is the discipline that I choose to have, and to the glory of God, I can see the discipline at work even till now regarding content creating and coming online. And that is it with you. Probably you are a student. Some days you feel like, I'm not reading today. I should be sleeping. I'm tired of reading. But it's discipline that will change that mindset from you, that will remind you of why you started, what you want to achieve, how you planned it before, and what is trying to stop you from moving in that piece. It is discipline. If your body tells you that you can't, the place of discipline should remind you that you can. Because in as much as it has to do with discipline, it's not comfort. You are not going to enjoy it. That is why from the beginning I gave the definition of discipline. And I said it means doing what is necessary even when you don't feel like doing it. If you're doing what is necessary only when you feel like doing it, then it's not discipline again. It's not. But you doing what is necessary even when you do not feel like doing it is discipline. I hope we are communicating. What a good teacher that I am. Please, you have to follow me with patience. Okay? Follow me with patience. So we are still in the first point. Discipline is stronger than motivation. And we said that some days you feel like studying, some days you don't. And I wrote here that if you wait for motivation, you will be inconsistent. But discipline says, I will do it whether I feel like it or not. Yes. If you're waiting for someone to come push you, let's go and read, let's go and study, let's go to work, then you'll be inconsistent. If you're waiting for someone to say, hey, you've not posted on social media today, then you will be inconsistent. I know I'm still growing, and there are some factors that are affecting me from being consistent when it comes to posting on social media. But I am not ignorant of the fact that discipline is needed in this journey of content creation, right? Discipline is very much, let me use that, needed. Okay? I was listening to something from one of my mentor, and he was giving a breakdown of something, which is the path that we are trying to go in, which is the content creation. And he was like asking few persons that, how many posts do you create a day? How many posts do you put out there in a day? And some of us, like me, I can't even say one, because I'm not consistent with that one post a day. But he was giving a statistic on how many posts are there every day on Facebook. Let's use Facebook, or let's say YouTube. It will surprise you and amaze you how many posts are being uploaded every single day on either Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, all social media handles. It will amaze you and surprise you. And then he asks, how many of your or my own posts are there? That is a question that is concerning, in as much as you are a social media person, a content creator. It's a question that is concerning. How many of your posts are out there every day? That is where discipline comes to play. We all have our plans. Many of you and me, we plan that we'll be putting out our content like 3, 2 every day. But along the way, we are not doing that. Yeah, I know that some of us can say we have this that is stopping us. We can give our own reasons why we are not doing that. Some is data. Quite all right, well understood. But some is lack of discipline that is stopping us. So motivation, discipline beats motivation. Discipline, it beats motivation. It's stronger than motivation. Very, very stronger than motivation. In anything you're doing, you need discipline. In fact, if you want to eat three square meal, you need discipline. All right, so let's keep that aside. One thing I've learned is that life is built on systems, not feelings. If we do not design a system and let God take control of it, and you are working on feelings alone, it's very dangerous. This life that you see entirely is built on systems and not feeling. Atomic Habits will explain this very well. There is a book titled Atomic Habits by James Clear. It talks about tiny changes that is making or are making remarkable results. There are some changes that you make in your life. There are some changes that you make in the things you do. They are not noticeable. These changes are not noticeable sometimes, but at the end, it will surprise you how much difference you have made, how much difference is being made out of you simply by what? By making those tiny changes. Many of us want to just wake up one day and say we want to do this, we want to do that. It's okay. There are some that are graced, that the grace of God is upon them in that aspect. There are some that the grace of God and the hand of God is at work in them in that aspect. But what about you that you have the grace though, but there are some that can easily sing? Like, you can wake them in the morning and tell them to compose a song and start singing, and they will do that easily. Okay, now I'm saying that because there is a place of talent and whatever you call it. But what about those of us that are not like them? That is where the place of learning comes to be. You have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. Very much disciplined if you want to reach to some level. That is why you have so many things, like if you're a singer, you have the voice training, that those that theirs not come natural. Sorry to say that every voice is natural, but some voice you have to build them, you have to sharpen them in order to get the right, you understand. So in summary, discipline is stronger than motivation. That is the first point. And then the second point is this: discipline is proof of maturity. Discipline is proof of maturity. You want to tell us that you are matured? You don't have to tell us with your mouth that I am a matured person. It's through the things you do on daily basis that will suggest to us and that will tell us if you are matured or not. Okay? If you are a worker, maybe a government worker, or let me say a government worker, you won't just come to us and tell us that you are disciplined. We want to see you. We want to see you wake up in the morning, go to work. We know your working hours 8 to 5. Let's use that as an example. 8 to 5. 8 to 5, waking up 8 to 5 every day shows how mature you are. But there are some that today they will be at work, tomorrow they will give a complaint that they are not feeling fine. Next tomorrow they will give another complaint that their grandmother's grandmother died and they will be traveling to village. Or the other day they will give a complaint that their car broke down. All this simply because they are not disciplined enough to hold on to that. So that is not a proof or a sign of maturity at all. Or let's say you are supposed to study you plan on studying for 3 hours. You plan on studying for 3 hours. You have a group of 5 people, and then you guys plan on studying for 3 hours. every day. So for the first day you meet up, you guys went and studied for 3 hours. The second day you were nowhere to be found. The third day you showed up, but you were still complaining. The fourth day you were nowhere to be found. Other members will see you as not a matured person. They won't see you as a matured person at all. Okay, they won't see you as a matured person simply because of the habits that you are portraying in that moment. Okay. Do you know what differentiates an adult from a child? One thing that differentiates an adult from a child is that a child needs to be forced sometimes to do something, but an adult is not supposed to be forced. That is one thing that differentiates between a child and an adult. If you're being forced before you do something, you are a child. You are a child. If you are being forced before you do something, you are a child. Samuel, thank you so much for coming. Hi, how are you doing? And please tell us where you are joining us from. Right? I'm good, Samuel. I'm good, I'm great. I'm here. And how are you doing too? So, like as I was saying, if you are being forced before you do something, you are a child. Thank you so much for joining. You're watching live from Lagos. Thank you for joining. And please, we are talking about discipline, right? And I would so much love to hear from you, get your own idea, your own point, what you have to say about discipline regarding to life in general. I believe it will be so helpful, right? We want to grow. That is the point. That's the point. Every human wants to grow, and we don't want to grow in stature, in body alone. We want to grow all round. And that is why we chose this as this particular topic today, discipline, so we can use that as a guide to grow in other aspects of life. So please do well to say something based on experience probably, or based on other people's experience about discipline. So like as I was saying, when you act when someone forces you, you are a child. But when you act because it is right, you are growing. Okay? Yo, Ton Kuta, what's up? What's going on? From Romania, I can remember. Yeah. So how are you doing today? So like as I was saying, when you only act, okay, Yeah, I'm so happy you're good. I'm so happy you're good. Thank you for joining today's live. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, we are talking about something very important, and that is discipline today. So, remember, we are peeling granules, which is the work, and then we have the word too. So, we are talking about discipline, which is a bridge between where you are and where God is taking you to. And I've talked so much about discipline by, let's say, the definition of discipline, where I gave my own definition. And I said discipline is you doing what is necessary without you being forced to do. And I was listing some of the very important things you need to know, and should I say points? Yes, let me say points. Some important points you need to take note about discipline. Where I mentioned first, I talked about discipline is stronger than motivation. Right? Discipline is very much stronger than motivation. If you are waiting to be motivated before you act, then you will be inconsistent. That is sure. If you are waiting to be motivated before you act, you will be inconsistent. But if you're disciplined, then you will go far. Okay? And we are talking secondly about and please, in as much as I'm speaking, I want you to also give your own contribution. You might have a better understanding of this subject more than me. I would love and appreciate if you should keep something like your own say about these subjects. I will be so much happy. We will be happy to hear what you have to say about discipline. Okay? Then secondly, we talk about discipline is proof of maturity. And that is the truth. Discipline is a proof of maturity. To me, if you want to tell me that you are matured, you won't just come and say I'm a matured man. Matured man based on your body or based on how you talk. No, I don't take that as maturity. I take that based on how you behave and how disciplined you are. Okay? If you are a kind of person, even though you are this tall, this huge, and you are a kind of person that is being forced before you do something, then I'm seeing you as a child. I am seeing you as a child. Okay, you can only prove maturity to me when you do things without being forced. When you act without being forced. it shows how matured you are. You don't need to be chased if you are disciplined before you move. Yeah, I really need to be more viral. That is my prayer. Someday, gradually, will go viral. Okay. So real growth is when you don't need to be chased before you move. That is where real growth comes to be. That you don't need to be chased before you move. That is real growth. And the third point is this: discipline. This word discipline, it's what separates dreamers from achievers. I said this in one of my gatherings some years ago. Discipline is what separates dreamers from achievers. We have so many should I say dreamers. We have so many dreamers today in our society. We have so many people that are dreaming big, that are dreaming big, that wants to do this, that wants to do that. But the thing that separates dreamers from achievers is discipline. If everybody can succeed simply by being a dreamer, then I think everybody should be a success or a victor. But one of the things that separates a dreamer from an achiever is this thing called discipline. I hope we are together. The sluggard, they desires but have nothing. They have so many desires. They can desire this, desire a big house, desire a car, desire unlimited wealth, desire the numerous, but they can end up having nothing. Yes, that is it with the sluggard. The sluggard desires but have nothing. If you are not disciplined, you can mostly keep desiring, but you won't have. Like I said, sluggard desires. Now I want you to notice the word desire. They desire. So dreaming is not enough. Dreaming is not enough. Dreaming is important, but it's not enough. how much how am I going to say this so that we will understand? Dreaming is not enough. It's needed in the journey, but it is never enough. Everybody has plan. Everybody has plan. But the amount of people that have discipline are few. Tankuta, I guess you have plans. Yes, Samuel too. I believe you have plans too. I have plans too. But how many of us have the discipline? This is one thing about discipline is it's practical. You can't just say and we will not notice. No, it's something that should be evident. Right? So you can't tell me that you are disciplined and I will just say yeah, just like that. I will see it myself and I will confirm it myself that indeed you are truly disciplined. Everybody has plan. If I should go to the street today and start asking people, do you have plan? Most of them will tell me they have plan. Some can go ahead and tell me that their plan is to open a business. All they need is a capital of about, let's say, a hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars to open a business. Or some can tell you that their plan is to graduate with a first class in tertiary institution. Some can say their plan is to marry a godly partner. Those are plans, but it's just few people that have discipline. Yes, it's just few people that have discipline. Talent without discipline is wasted potential. And this is very true. Talent, you see, without discipline, it's a wasted potential. I've seen so many people with talent, very beautiful talent that once you see it, you will know that this person is going far. But one thing that is killing them is they lack discipline. Yes. That is one thing that is killing so many people with great talent, is that they lack discipline. Some people have the talent to sing beautifully, but when they invite them in smaller places where they will at least grow and before reaching, they won't show up. They lack discipline. So if you don't want your talent to be a wasted potential, you need to cultivate the habit of discipline. It's very important. Cultivate the habit of discipline. Say after me. Cultivate the habit of discipline. And again, prayer without discipline becomes frustration. Yeah. Prayer without discipline becomes frustration. I believe in miracles, but I also believe in the place of work. I've seen people that have become so frustrated. I, as an example, become so frustrated because I've been praying for something and it's not coming. I became so frustrated. But that happened because I lacked discipline. The moment I understood this thing called discipline, things began to change. Honestly, you showing up even when you don't feel like showing up. And if I'm talking about showing up, I mean showing up to things that are necessary. Okay? Showing up to things that are necessary. So prayer without discipline becomes frustrated. So I don't want you to be so frustrated tomorrow after you've prayed for that thing that you are praying for and it's not coming. I don't want you to be frustrated. I only want you to look back to today's walk and word session and remember this word called discipline. Like I said, this is the bridge that is standing between where you are now and where God is taking you to. If the bridge is faulty, you are not going there. You might not see where God is taking you to, except the grace of God. Except through the grace of God. Those of us watching, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. So vision also without discipline becomes regret. Excuse me. Vision without discipline becomes regret. Many of us have vision. We have seen vision of where we want to go. But what is stopping us is the discipline. We have vision of the kind of business, the kind of structure, the kind of design, the kind of but we lack the discipline. Many of us will regret it. We will regret why we were not disciplined yesterday. And if you did not take action today and be disciplined today, you will regret it tomorrow why you were not disciplined today. I remember a few years ago, I planned that I would be saving at least 1,000 naira in a week. Yes, that's when I don't have a source of income. So I said, at all, from the little money that I will be getting, I should be saving something, and in a week I should be having about 1,000 naira to save. But then discipline was lacking. I was lacking discipline. Most time I will have the 1,000 naira, but then I will see biscuits, I will see a toy or something that will just take that money away from me, simply because I have, or I did not master the act of discipline. Okay. Discipline. Okay, so to Ankuta, you asked a question. When you were in school in 5th class, how many hours did you stay at school? I stayed almost, let me say, 5th class should be, let me count. I stayed approximately 8 hours. Okay. I stayed in school for 8 hours before coming back home. Alright. That was how my school operates. And thank you so much for listening, and thank you for still being here, Tankuta. I'm so grateful. Thank you. So still in the subjects, or still on the subject of discipline, we've given the first point, the second point, the third point, and now we will be moving to the fourth point. But I wish you can be jotting this down. Discipline separates dreamers from achievers. I so much love this point because it's very true. You can have someone of same age, same background, same everything mostly, but you can see that person doing very well than you, and if you should check what makes the difference, you might end up seeing that is discipline that makes the difference. Discipline is when a stranger gives me 100, or let's say $1,000, and gives you $1,000 to be returned back in a year. So he probably give us that money to start up a business. Let's say loan. It was a loan to start up a business, which is to be repaid in a year. So you can see, same money was given to us, to me and you. But either you like it or not, someone might do better than the other person. The person with discipline will do far better than person without discipline, because you all might venture into business. It could be same line of business, but what can differentiate between you and me is discipline. How many times you showed up, how many efforts you put. Okay, so your business hours supposed to be running for at least 8 hours in a day, but some days, for the undisciplined one, some days they skip, no business. Well, for the disciplined one, they showed up every day, simply because they are disciplined. That is what makes the difference. And at the end, you will see the person that is disciplined doing far more better than the undisciplined one. So the fourth point is this: discipline attracts result naturally. This discipline that you see, it attracts results naturally. It's not the Bible that says that diligent hands attract wealth. It's in the Bible, Proverbs. So discipline attracts results naturally. And one thing I love about that Proverbs, I think it should be Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4, that says, diligent hands bring wealth. And if you notice, one thing I want you to notice is the diligent hands. It's not any hand it's not any hand that the Bible is talking about, but it's talking about diligent hands. They bring wealth. So we need to understand that in our pursuit of trying to make it, we need discipline. If it was, the Bible was so plain, it says diligent hands, not lucky hands. It's not lucky hands that the Bible is talking about. It's talking about diligent hands. So like I said, results respect consistency. If you want results, you need consistency. You need consistency. Life rewards those who show up daily. Yes, life, it rewards those who shows up daily. Life rewards those who shows up daily. Yeah, John Peter, not everybody is saying something. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. You cracked your phone. Sorry. And I so much believe that God will provide. That it's just for you not to stop. It's just for you not to stop gathering and believing and trusting God for for miracles. Okay. One thing I know about God is once you start, you will have a glorious ending. The thing is just for you to start. And just as you've said, you have start saving up money to do some things. That is a beautiful step that you have started already. Right? That you have started is the big thing that you've solved. And that is to tell you that you hold what you are really in need of soon. So, still on the subject of discipline, we have a lot to talk on discipline, honestly. So many people have talked so much on discipline. So many people that we see them as role models, or we see them as icons, or we see them as whatever. They have talked so much on discipline. So discipline is just you showing up. It's not hype, it's daily effort in whatever you're doing. You showing up is discipline. And the last point I want to say is this about discipline, is that discipline is spiritual, not just physical. Okay? Discipline that you see is spiritual, not just physical. People think discipline is only about work or money. That is what people think. And I wish you can unthink that. Praying consistency. Praying consistently. Reading the Bible consistently. Controlling your anger. Managing time. Avoiding bad habits. That is spiritual discipline. It's not all about the physical discipline. God can give you opportunities, but only discipline can sustain them. And that is true. God can give you an opportunity, but it's only discipline that can sustain them. So you need to be aware that you need to be disciplined. And then that discipline is not just physical, it is spiritual. And there are some things that some great men have talked about discipline. And one of the people that talked something about discipline is Abraham Lincoln. He said something about discipline. He said discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. Choosing what you want most over what you want now. And what I learned from that quote is this. He's talking about long-term success and short-term pleasure. Many of us so much focus on the short-term pleasure that we forgot about the long-term success. We are not concerned about the sustainable part of growth. We are only concerned about the pleasure that we can get now. And that is why Abraham Lincoln said discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. What you want now will eventually finish. It will come and then possibly finish. But what you want most can sustain you till your children benefit from it and still extend it to your children, and the rest. And Jim Rohn also says something about discipline. He said, we must all suffer one of two things. I think before I continue reading it, when I first listened to this quote, read this quote, it changed and shapes my perspective of discipline. He said, we must all suffer one of two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And that is true. In our whole life, we must suffer one of these two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. It's either you choose to suffer the discipline now, or you live to regret later. And I would so much wish oh, Tonkuta, okay, thank you so much for the time that you've put to be here, and I hope you come back and listen to the remaining talk. Okay, so it's here, it's not going anywhere, and do have a beautiful night's rest. Okay, do have a beautiful night's rest. So still on the subject of discipline, it's either you pay the price now, you pay the price of discipline today, or you regret later. And I won't want you to be on the latter part of this. By how about suffer discipline now than to regret later? It's more better you suffer discipline now. You give anything that it will take for you to be disciplined now than to regret all this later. To be disciplined is painful. Like I told you that I was supposed to come live, but I was feeling so lazy to come up here. But one thing that I know is that I have to be here, and I have to to say no to that laziness and be here, because I chose to suffer the pain of discipline than the pain of regret. And that is why I showed up. So the third, one of the things that I learned again is this: motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you going. And that is John C. Maxwell that said that motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. I remember one time like that I was sitting in a seminar. We are having one seminar about success. Yes. So in that seminar, I was so much motivated. That was a few years ago. So much motivated. In fact, the speaker was like speaking directly to my heart. He was directly speaking to me. So like I was so much motivated that in that place where the teaching is going on, I've already planned what I will start doing. I've already cast the spirit of undiscipline, indiscipline, sorry. I've already cast that spirit of indiscipline out of me in that conference, in that seminar. But the moment the seminar was over and I went home, all the plans that I had, all the discipline that I got, all the motivation that I got from the seminar, I could not find them again. And these things happen. They happen. If that is what differentiates motivation and discipline. You can be in a particular place and get so much motivated, but discipline is what will keep you going, like he said. Quite alright, motivation will get you started. You'll be motivated to get started, but it's discipline that will keep you going. It's discipline. The motivation will not be there every time. Maybe the person that motivated you to start will not be there to keep telling you keep going, or to come and wake you up every morning. The person that motivated you to start content creation will not be there to tell you that have you posted today, why have you not posted today, every day. No, might not be there to keep telling you that, to keep reminding you about that. So put this at the back of your mind, that motivation gets you started, but discipline, oh my God, it keeps you going. It keeps you moving. It keeps you pressing forward. That no matter the obstacles, being it sleeping, being it whatsoever it is, that no matter what, you will not be moved. So That is it. I want you to put that at the back of your mind. That motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. I hope everybody can hear me. I just hope my mic is still working and you all can hear me from wherever you are. So another point is this: small disciplines repeated daily lead to great achievement. Small discipline repeated daily leads to great achievement. Some achievements are gained slowly, and that slowly leads to the bigger achievement. So it's small discipline that are being repeated daily that leads to great achievements. Okay, so I learned this, and that is why no matter what, I cannot be moved. The thing is for you to keep what? Showing up. Okay, it's for you to keep showing up. That is what matters. Connect to daily habits. Don't live your life unplanned. Have a plan of how you want your life or your day to be. Daily live your life intentionally every day. Do not just wake up and start doing things without planning. If you're a student, you can plan, okay, today I have a lecture by this time, I have another lecture by this time, I have a free period by this time, and I'll be using it to do this. Like, have a plan your life daily and try to be disciplined. Try to be disciplined in the sense that you should not let anything spoil that plan. It's discipline that will come and tell you that you have you plan on reading 1 hour, but then something can come up. A friend can come that you guys should go for a club, or you guys should go clubbing, and it's discipline that will tell you that no, I have something planned out for that particular time. But if you're not disciplined, you will just give in to that particular thing that came up. So you see how discipline is very important, right? So like you said, small disciplines repeated daily lead to great achievements. All right. And then we have another quote here by Lord TZU. He said, "He who conquers others is strong. He who conquers himself is mighty." Ha! This is great. He who conquers others is what? Is strong. But he who conquers himself is mighty. Now, this is talking about self-control. Self-control. This is where the real strength comes. This self-control that you're seeing, this is where the real strength comes. Discipline is not you waiting for someone to come and force you. It's not you waiting for someone to come and beat you before you act. No. The greatest discipline, and to prove how mighty you are, is when you conquer everything that has to do with laziness and others by yourself. When you are disciplined by yourself, you become very mighty. Discipline in the sense that you don't wait for things to be done. You don't wait for someone to force you before you do things. Okay? That is a proof that what you are matured. So for those of you that are just joining, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And please, if you've not subscribed, please kindly subscribe. Kindly subscribe to my channel. I'll be so happy if you do that. Okay. Excuse me. So those of you that have not subscribed and you're watching me, it's not fair. It's not fair at all. Encourage me by subscribing to my channel. Those of you that have not subscribed and you're watching. Those of you that have not subscribed, in fact, stop watching me if you have not subscribed to my channel. Yes, stop watching me. So, I know you've subscribed, and thank you for that. Those of you that have not subscribed and you're watching me, it's not good. It's lack of discipline. Okay. So one thing again. So I repeat, those who conquer others are strong, but those who conquer themselves are mighty. There is nothing that beats you trying to force yourself to act where you don't need other people to force you to act, but you are your own source of encouragement. Nothing beats that, right? So Marifolio said something. He says success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. Success is not it does not come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. See this consistency, discipline. Nothing beat this. If you can master the habit of consistency, you solve almost half of your problems. Yes. So success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently. And then let me just read this last one before. So Robert Kiyosaki, the writer of Rich Dad and Poor Dad. I so much hope you've read that book already. If you're yet to read the book Rich Dad and Poor Dad, let me show you how the book looks like. I have a hard copy here. So this is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you are yet to read this book, go and get it. It's very, very needed. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So he said something very great. He said, your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. Your future is created by what you do today and not tomorrow. So if you are not disciplined today, if you don't try to master the habit of discipline today, and you are waiting to start tomorrow, then you are not helping. Okay? Start that habit today. Reach a point in your life that your body will be feeling like to give up, but let discipline stops it from giving up. Have a plan, stick to that plan. Don't let something move or shake you from that set plan. If you don't have a plan, I don't think you have discipline, because what are you being disciplined for or on? You have to have a plan and then be disciplined on that plan. You have to have a goal and be disciplined on that goal. Okay? So this is very practical. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. Is very practical. So I'm still waiting for your own contribution on this subject of discipline. One thing I so much believe is that there are so much to be said about discipline. So I'm waiting to hear, and I would so much love to hear what you have to say about discipline. Nobody have anything to say about discipline? So I'm still waiting to hear what you have to say. About discipline. Okay. If you tell me you're disciplined, I will just listen to you. But it's through your action that I will confirm that indeed you are disciplined. Okay? It's only through your action that I will know that you are disciplined. This is me looking at how far we've gone and how much far we are to go. And that's to tell you that we are making progress. As long as this subject of discipline is concerned, we are making progress. And as long as this peeling of granite is concerned, we are making progress. But do you know something? There is something that I normally tell myself about this subject of discipline. Discipline is not just work hard, be serious, avoid laziness. That is the surface level of discipline. Yes, that is just the surface level of discipline. So I want us to go deeper. And deeper, I mean, let's see some advanced angles on discipline. Some advanced angles of discipline. And number one is discipline is self-love, not punishment. Most people think that discipline is suffering. Yes, most people, they actually think that they think that discipline is suffering, but it's actually care for your future self. I always see discipline as a way to tell your future that I love you. I'm serious. It's actually a way of telling your future that I love you. When you study today, you are helping tomorrow you. And when you save money today, you are protecting tomorrow you. When you read your Bible today, you are strengthening tomorrow you. Indiscipline is actually stealing from your future. So you see, a lot is happening on the subject of discipline that we should not just look at it in the aspect of suffering. It's not only when you suffer. Some of the times I choose to use maybe an hour in a day just to learn few new words. And I'm learning them not maybe for now, but possibly for the future if God spares our life. Just to grow, at least to grow. So most of the things that you're doing, being it a handwork you're learning now, possibly it could be for now, but it's also for the future you. And one thing I've told myself is this: I want to go to the future and then be thanking God for. I want to go to the future and see my future welcoming me and saying thank you for all you've done today. I don't want to go to the future empty-handed. I don't want to go to the future and then with nothing to offer. That is why I'm making this investment today, so that when I go to the future will welcome me very well in a grand style. Future. Okay, I don't have much to say. So please invest in discipline. If they used to invest in discipline, please invest. You can use all the money and invest in discipline. I'm begging you, invest in discipline. Sure, you also know that discipline reduces stress. I know you don't know. Discipline reduces stress. Oh, so it's not that you know. Okay, I'm happy that you are aware now. Discipline actually reduces stress. Many people are stressed not because life is hard, but because they procrastinate. I remember when I used to be in college, they would give out assignments a week, and they would give out assignments with a week to submit. And one thing I normally do is I procrastinate. I don't do that assignment in the first early hours of the week. or early days of the week. It's dying minutes in, if you understand what I'm trying to say, that I normally do my assignment. When it's almost a day to the day of submitting the assignment, that is when I will now do my own. And during that time, it's so stressful, like very stressful. The assignment that is not difficult on a normal day, but because I chose to procrastinate it and not to give it time, so trying to catch up in that little space is what is causing the stress. So discipline reduces stress. If you are disciplined, it reduces stress. That anxiety will not be there. It will give you peace, because if at all I plan that, okay, I will be disciplined enough that when they give us assignment and I have a week to submit the assignment, first 2 days I should be done with my assignment, then it will be very easier like that. I want to have, imagine I am done with the assignment the first couple of days, 3 days or 2 days, I'm done with the assignment. I won't be having that anxiety and thoughts when it's almost a day to day. No, I won't have that thought because I'm done with my assignment already. I will even have more time to prepare, and if it's going to be a presentation or whatever it is, I'll have time to go through it over and over again to check for possible errors and the rest, and then I will be so excellent. So that is it about discipline. It reduces stress if you master that habit of discipline. Like I said that a disciplined life is a stress-free or a peaceful life. If you have a disciplined life, you will definitely have a peaceful life. And again, discipline is doing the boring thing consistently. That is one thing that we are omitting in our journey on this earth. We have forgotten that success is not exciting daily. It's boring. Imagine reading daily. You've planned that you're reading daily, practicing daily, showing up daily, repeating simple tasks daily, going to work daily, and the rest. It's boring. It can become boring. But what will keep you what will sustain or keep you is the discipline. Okay, it's the discipline that will keep you going. If you are only staying because of excitement, then you will not be consistent. Because what will happen to those boring time? That is when discipline will come in. If you only want to go to work when there is your favorite co-worker, what will happen with those days where the person is not able to come? Or if you are only going to read biology, what about chemistry and the rest? Simply because you like biology doesn't mean that you should not pay attention to chemistry, because you need them all. So most people quit because success looks boring at first. and that is it. At some points in their journey, they will look, everything is becoming boring, so they mostly quit. But it's not supposed to be like that. You are not supposed to quit because it's becoming boring. You're not supposed to quit because that is how success is. I've learned that success is, before you be successful, you have boring moments. You have boring moments, a lot of it. A lot of boring moments. But discipline is what will make you to still remain, that will sustain you even in that boring moment till the excitement time comes. Or until the light comes at the end of the tunnel. So like it said, discipline is staying when excitement is gone. When there is no more excitement, are you going to still stay? Discipline is you staying even when there is no more excitement. And trust me, if you can survive boring days, you will definitely see exciting days. You will definitely see great days. If you can survive boring days, but you will see great days. And one thing again that I want to ask you is, have you ever said to ask yourself, why are some people bold? Some people are, should I say, naturally bold? Yes, they are naturally bold. Why are they that bold? It's because they prepare. Discipline builds confidence. Yes, discipline, you see, it builds confidence. When you are disciplined, you trust yourself. When you are disciplined, you trust yourself. So some people that you see them very bold is because they trust themselves. They are disciplined. Okay? They are disciplined, they trust themselves, and that is why their level of confidence has skyrocketed up. They are so confident that they can stand wherever, whenever, and deliver. So we can say that confidence is the reward for discipline too. So confidence that you see is the reward for discipline. If you are disciplined, you will be confident, full of confidence. And also, discipline is saying no. People think discipline is what you do. Sometimes it's what you refuse. Yes, saying no to distractions, saying no to bad friends, saying no to scrolling, saying no to laziness, saying no to temptation. That is real discipline. Yeah. Guard your heart. Proverbs 4:23 said that It says, guard your heart. Guard your heart. I want you to say it after me. Guard your heart. So, if you have the ability, the capability to say no to laziness, say no to bad friends, say no to things that do not matter, it's discipline too. Okay? You won't be comfortable with some things around you if you begin to cultivate this habit of discipline. Yes. So discipline is you saying no to things that do not matter, saying no to bad friends, laziness, and the rest. And again, we should know that God works with disciplined people. You're surprised. God works with disciplined people. If you look at some people that God used in the Bible, people like Daniel, people like Joseph, people like Paul, people like Jesus, these are disciplined people. Okay? Daniel was disciplined in terms of what? Prayer. Joseph was disciplined in terms of character. Yes, was disciplined in terms of character. When Potiphar's wife, you understand, was disciplined in that. In terms of focus, Paul was disciplined in that. In terms of obedience, Jesus was disciplined in that. Gifts open doors. Gifts open doors. But you see, character or discipline, it keeps the door open. Some doors will open and close. You can use your gift to open a door, but to leave that door open, you will need character. The door can be shut at you if you lack character, if you lack discipline. And that is why I was taught that your gift or your talent will take you up. But one thing that will keep you there is discipline and your character. Those are the things that will keep you there. Talent will take you up. Gift will take you up. But character and discipline will keep you there. Be ready for a bigger fall if you do not have discipline, if you do not have character, this discipline in you. Okay? And just like the way money has a way of compounding, so also is discipline. You can have 10 naira, add 10 naira again to have 20 naira, add 10 naira again to have 30 naira, add 10 naira to have 40. The way it keeps compounding, that is how discipline is. You don't have the whole discipline in one day. You grow discipline. The small effort that you're putting in, the small discipline you're putting in will not look, it won't look much. In fact, it doesn't even look much. But at the end, if you look at it, you'll see how far you've gone because of those small efforts that you've put, those small discipline that you have put. It will amaze you and surprise you how much it has produced for you. Okay, it's just like you, let's say, saving 500 naira every day. It will look little, but at the end of the 365 days, it will amaze you how much you've saved. Okay, so that is discipline. We have a lot to talk about discipline. There is a lot to be talked about discipline. So those of you that are just joining us, thank you for coming. I really appreciate. Thank you for joining. Thank you. We are making progress. It's 13 minutes after 2, and we have been learning and we are still learning. Okay, we are learning and we'll keep learning. So please, if you have not subscribed, I'm still begging you, and please encourage me by subscribing to my YouTube channel. My desire is that before the year runs out, I should have a huge community here. Okay, that is what I hope, and I believe it will happen someday, even if it's not today. I so much believe that it will happen someday. Always know that the cost of discipline is always less than the cost of regret. The cost of discipline that you are seeing that you don't want to pay is always less than the cost of regret. The cost of regret is high, very high, but the cost of discipline is small, is less. Why not pay the cost of discipline now than pay a huge amount for regret tomorrow? What is that thing that you are planning to start? You need to start. Look at yourself. What is it? Where am I lagging behind in terms of discipline? What do I need? Where do I need to activate this discipline? Am I a student? How often do I read? How is my schedule? What have I planned before? How is my timetable? Am I still like, look at yourself and what you do and check. You will notice that what is stopping you from achieving that is discipline. One of the things that is stopping you from achieving that is discipline. You've not disciplined yourself to the extent of achieving what you want to achieve. What you want is not far from you. Is most times is the discipline to start and then to continue. Some will start and then they won't see results and they will stop. If that is how every great man that will have to be behaved, then we won't be having so much great people, right? So like I have said before, I really appreciate everyone that joined today's live. You won't know how much excited I am from the day 1, day 2, and when day 3 of Walk and Word with unclesusuu, and I can say it has been a great start, right? We won't get it all perfect at first, but gradually, with discipline, with consistency, everything will be fine. You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. If I have 10,000 tongues, it still won't be enough Narikilimo. What shall I render unto Jehovah? For he has done so very much for me. What shall I render unto Jehovah? For he has done so very much for me. Naraye, narekele, narekelemo, naraye, narekele, narekelemo. Do not mind my voice. Hail. No matter how the voice is, we won't stop praising God. Yes. I won't stop, you won't stop. Excuse me. So how many people still believe that we can finish this bag of granite? Today is Wednesday, day 3. So we still have 2 days. Two more days to finish this. Ew. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. See how much granite we still have. Somebody shout, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But it's very true. You and I, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Even though my hands are hot, we won't stop. We won't stop. Definitely we won't stop. This is a test of discipline. Okay. Ew, what's this? In Nigeria we call it mosquito. Excuse me. I've talked too much. That is why I'm having this cough. And do you know the funniest part? I don't talk this much. But it's because I am live and I don't want to keep you boring. So I have to talk, I have to say something. I'm a spoken word artist. I love spoken word. So that is talking, but not too much talking, because I just have a specific time to say what I want to say, and that is it. But talking this long, more like teaching, it's not my thing. But we won't keep quiet. We'll keep building ourselves, keep learning from ourselves, keep growing, keep making impact until we live a fulfilled life. It's not all about success. It's about living a fulfilled life. Okay? So at exactly 2:30, please, I will be disconnecting my mic because my battery is getting low and I have to charge it. You see me doing this is because of I'm live streaming on low budgets. Okay, so you pardon me for that. I have to disconnect the mic so I can plug in the cable for charging. What is it with all these messages? We are moving forward. You guys didn't tell me that night hours is this great. I mean, very peaceful. Hey, can you stop disturbing me? So guys, I'll have to disconnect it now so we can have enough battery for the last 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so this is not going to be useful again for now. Do not despise the days of your small beginning. That is the encouragement I'm having. And thank you for the encouragement. So what have you learned from all these things? I just hope somebody learns something. That is my prayer. Okay. We talked about discipline, and I will be so happy if someone tells me that he learned something. Okay, I'll be so happy. For those of us that are watching but are not seeing anything in the group chat, it's not fair. In the live chats, I mean, it's not fair. We don't do that here. Yes, we don't do that here. If you're watching, just say hi so we can be sure that we is humans that are watching the live. Okay. Bonjour. Bonjour. Ew. I have so many languages to learn. And definitely I will learn them, hopefully by God's grace, someday. I have to learn French. I have to learn Chinese. I have to learn Arabic. And at least 10 languages. So far I've learned 4 languages. My language, 3 others. We are making progress, and that is all what that matters. So tomorrow I will be dropping a shot of how far we've gone so far with with us peeling granules. Right. Tomorrow I'll be dropping a post, a shot of how far we've gone with this granite peel. You'll be amazed how much seed this granite has. That is one thing I love about this species of granite. It has a lot of seed in it. It's almost time, and that is why I want to be serious in this place, in the aspect of work, right? So we've done justice to word. So I want us to use the remaining minutes to do justice to work. Please, if you are still watching, can you tell us so that I will not keep you bored? If you are here live with us, kindly let us know so we will not keep you bored. Progress is being made. Please don't forget to subscribe. And those of you saying that I look like a girl, but my voice is what makes it looks like a boy. Then you have issue. Get your lawyer. How comes I look like a girl? I'll be suing all of you for false accusation. But I've been hearing comments as such comments though. So guys, it's 3 hours already and it's 3 o'clock on the dot. I want to thank God for the success of today's live stream, and I want to especially thank every one of you for your presence, for the time you've invested on this. Thank you so much, and for the knowledge you've gained. Thank you so much. And now, I hope you all will have a wonderful and beautiful, nice rest. And see you tomorrow, same time, same station. Right? Thank you, Jesus, for everything and for the success of today's life. So we'll be going tomorrow. Tomorrow is day 4, and we'll let you know what tomorrow will be all about. Okay, tomorrow we'll let you know about that. Today, sorry, it's already tomorrow. Today, so we'll let you know. Okay, so please do well to subscribe to my channel to encourage me, and also like and if possible share this live so that others can learn from the teaching of tonight. Discipline, the bridge between where you are and where God is taking you to. At this point in time, I want to say thank you so much, everybody. Shout out to Ankuta, to everyone. Samuel, thank you. And thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. God will bless you all. So until then, see you guys later. Bye.